I'm sure you've had those days when you feel like life is on autopilot, when it's hard to even just get out of bed and even harder to stay motivated. But what if I told you that there was a way to make your days, your worst days, better? And once you make your worst days better, that will naturally improve your best days, thus improving your life. What's the secret? Variance. What's up, legend? I'm Matt Sherman, and welcome to Geek Psychology, where we take on personal development through the lens of games and geek culture. The way I see it, most days have a standard feel to them. The average day, it's not very great, right? It's not terrible. Then there are what are called high variance days. These are the ones that swing the pendulum drastically between good and bad. Things start out fine and then they turn into a horrible mess by the end of the day, or they start out really awful with the neighbor slamming the door and waking you up throughout the night, and then you find $100 outside and your day actually turns out to be pretty good. The day itself has a high variance, and also there's a variance between really bad days and really good masterpiece days. And each day stacks up, giving you an average week, month, year, and life. And the reality is, if you can make your worst case scenario just a little less bad, a little bit less likely to happen, a little easier to handle, then that will significantly increase your best case scenario days. And this leads to an overall improved mood and quality of life. And if you reduce the difference between your best and worst days by improving your worst days, you can start to regain control over your life and make each day better. So let's add a gaming analogy to it. So think about it like this. Let's say that you've got a character in a role-playing game with just really crappy gear, and you've been ignoring it for a while, for weeks, because you're just too busy. You get distracted by some other quest or shiny object. But eventually, you realize that not taking care of that one crappy aspect is actually bringing down your whole gear score. So when you get around to it, right, you get rid of your crappy gear one by one, you sell it, you trade it off, you add some gems, enchant it or something, or you just put yourself into situations that are more likely to drop the important gear and experience that you need, and then each crappy piece of gear improves and your whole life gets better, your whole gear score improves. Most people want to shoot for high-end raid gear but don't actually have the basic gear taken care of, so they wipe, they struggle, and then they get really moody about it and don't actually get what they want. If they systematically improved their gear by getting rid of the worst parts, then they'd naturally be able to pursue bigger, better goals. But how do you apply this principle into your life? And how can we use that to become more happy and capable of raising our overall gear score in life? Well, that's what I'm going to show you in this video, in this episode today. And having a way of just being able to judge the relative struggle and success of something is the first step. Because if you can measure it, you can improve it. So we're going to do the life wheel exercise. And I'm going to go fast so you can pause the video when you need to. Step 1, draw a circle and split it down the center vertically and horizontally. Step 2, draw diagonal lines so you have 8 slices of this yummy life pizza. Step 3, label each like this: physical environment, career, money, health, family and friends, love and romance, personal growth, fun and recreation. Break each line into 10 segments by drawing 9 little dashes on it, and 0 being the center, 10 being on the edge of the circle. Rank it with your satisfaction. 0 being would level, like this is awful. 10 being I've mastered this is my ideal life. And it's not a science, it's not meant to be one, just rank it on satisfaction. And step 6, draw a line connecting the dots around the circle and see where the balance in your life is off. If it were a wheel, would it actually roll? So what's the lowest rated area? That's your crappy gear. Fix that. And expanding on this, what are the areas that, when fixed, will actually make your life easier? Is it your family, your career, your hobbies? And once you know what those are, then you can put them in order from worst to best and work on all the worst ones so that you have more stability and success in your life, and make it a habit to improve that aspect. Doing this raises your overall gear score and stops you from looking like a noob that has one awesome piece of headgear and the rest is all in shambles. I've been there, I know that one. Some examples from my life for health. So for me, there were two areas that were causing me problems: upper body physical appearance and water intake. So I just started doing 15 push-ups a day for 1 month so I could more easily get into the habit of taking uncomfortable action. Then 30 push-ups, next 60. And another habit that I installed years ago was to drink more water. I actually almost fainted. I fell down on the floor. My face turned pale or paler, and I just felt like I was going to throw up because I wasn't drinking enough water throughout the day. So I fixed it. And my health improved. That improved my overall mood, my relationships, my ability to have fun because I wasn't tired all the time. And I'm not as foggy minded, so I can actually, take more money, making more money generating actions like making YouTube videos and working with clients. So it was an overall improvement because of that. Today you learned about the life wheel, and now you can use it to get a holistic estimation of how your life is going. And knowing is half the battle, right? So from there, create a simple habit or plan to improve that area and raise your overall gear score so that you can take on bigger and more important challenges in your life. And if you want help with that, check out some of my courses available at courses.geekpsychology.com. Good luck, have fun. Peace. You can't see my feet, but I'm kicking my feet. I had to record this video twice. The first time I had Daft Punk playing in the background and didn't even realize it. That's INFP struggle right there, I think. Just no sensory awareness. None. Do I have clothes on? I do. That's good. Phew.